Now, communicating from one department to another department, okay? Usually memos, a memorandum, how to write it out. How are you going to do that? It's going to go straight to the point, droit au but. Our memo should not be long, should not be complicated. It has to be clear, it has to be specific, not long. Memos should have the following sections and content. Okay? A to section containing the name of the receiver. Okay? To, name of the receiver. For informal memos, the receiver's given name, to Andy, for instance, is enough. Okay? To Andy. For more formal memos, you're going to give the receiver's full name, to Andy Smith, for instance. Okay? If the receiver is in another department, use the full name and the department name. It is not necessary to use Mr., Mrs., Miss. It is just the name and the name of the department. CC, if you want to give the memo to another person. Other persons the memo has been sent to, CC, the name and the departments of the people. A from section containing the name of the sender. This is going to be practically the same in an email, okay? But usually memos are used within a company. Increasingly emails, okay? So from and your name, of course, and your department if it's a different department. For informal memos, the sender's name from Bill is enough. And from more formal, you are going to write the full name. And if your name is Bill, there are probably a lot of Bills in the companies. You should write the full name. Okay? Right. So, if the memo is very formal, you're going to use Mr. and Mrs., but usually not. Okay, date, you have to write the date right under to avoid confusion between the British and American date. You know that there's a problem. Write the month as a word or an abbreviation, okay? You're going to write the full month because you know that in England it is the contrary of the United States, and so there's going to be a lot of confusion on that. We'll talk about that at the end of this chapter. Okay, subject heading, what are you going to talk about? Don't make it long, briefly. Okay, if it should be short and straightforward, direct, straightforward. The message, okay, unless the memo is a brief note, a well-organized memo message should contain the following section. A situation, okay, you're going to give a situation, introduction, the purpose of the memo, le but. The problem, you're going to expose the problem, okay? For example, since the move to the new office, the staff have difficulty in finding a nearby place to buy lunch, okay? Big memo. Solution, if you propose a solution, you put the solution there, okay? Action, how are we going to do to apply the solution? And politeness, to avoid the receiver refusing to take the action you want. Be polite, of course. You're just going to say, once again, thank you for your support, or thanks, best regards. But you're not going to put, such as in the letter, you're not going to put a very formal, just thank you for your help, thank you for reading this, thank you. Okay? And you do not sign. Signature, you do not sign. In a memo, you do not sign. As it's such an email, you can't sign, okay? So it's just practically the same. Writing the date, okay? That's what I wanted to talk to you about because it's really tricky. Each phrase is a way of expressing the 4th day of March 2008. Several ways. Okay, you have this way, 3/4/08. This is the typical U.S. way. You have the month, and then the date, and then the year. If you put 4/3/08, this is a typical UK way, or French way. You have the day, the month, and the year. March 4th, 2008, this is the U.S. way with the words and the figures. That's your best bet, huh? You should try that one, because you will never know, or somebody reading you will never know if you're writing in an American way, in an English way. So I suggest personally that you write it out. And March 4th, 2008, this is also an American way. And the English, of course, is the other way around. Let's make it a little tough. 4th March 2008, this is the UK way in words and figures. In any case, either you take the American way or the English way, writing the month. But of course, there will not be any mistakes. People will know if it's American or English, and they will know the exact date you're referring to, okay? I just wanted to put the ones at the top because I want you to be aware that there is a difference, and there may be one day in your professional situation something to do with the dates, or even at the exam, there may be a tricky question on the dates, huh? Never know.